So we're here in Oriel Mwldan, in your new exhibition. Could you please tell me a little about the title of the show? Intentions?
Well, what I was thinking of was the of white noise that you get from televisions and radios that are between channels and out of tune. So there's some paper televisions that I've made, which one of them has got a radio off channel in it, so it's giving an sound in the background to the exhibition. They're made by cut printing all sorts of different surfaces like packaging and bits of technology, screws and anything flat that I can get through the press, so assemble it to make a flat pack television, which then I can fold up and make little paper models. And the exhibition is looking at things that have got bygone, retro and obsolete, such as sort of this army way of life, represented by this book that I found, which was called Celebrities of the British Army, 1900, which is that's a strange. Celebrity is a word that you think is really contemporary, but it's quite strange to have it connected with the army and such a long time ago. And I've then sort of used that very attractive source material, and it's a thing I do as a starting point for painting, is to make things, and so it's almost sacrilege. Started cutting up this rather nice book and making things out of it. There's a piece here called Plan, which it's like a plan for future work. So it's a collage of, again, from lots of different second-hand books with images, with figures cut out. So there's a book on birds, and there's a Girls Have Fun, a 1950s girls annual, and several army books, and a book of eggs, and also a French story where some rabbits get blown up. And all those characters are starting to... there's some sort of military campaign, and there's also a book of warships. So there's different armies competing with each other. It's slightly chaotic. But it's something that I will then use to paint from and derive new compositions. Well, these are what I call them auto-obituaries, because they're a combination between motel signs from the 1950s and 60s and graveyard monuments. So sorts of elaborate tombstones. Yeah, if you could imagine cemeteries full of lighting up, flashing lights, celebrating people's lives. They were originally designed to go in a cave as part of a group exhibition, and so it was in this dark, damp, dripping space, and this was a way of lighting things up. And also, the cave was lined with old graffiti, dating back, some dates were like 17 something or 16 something. So people had marked their names and the date when they were writing it on the side of the cave wall. So that was like adding a contemporary figures
like
to that memorial.
Within a story.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.